Hello friends, hope you're all fine. So today we are going to learn about how we can create image gallery in our web page. So it's very cool feature. You can see I created this image gallery with just HTML, simple HTML and CSS. So it's very simple, and you can also create this kind of effect in your website. So how can we do this effect? So today we are going to learn about, you can see the smoothness of our elements, moving it, and the text that is appearing when one hover it. Everything we can create with CSS and HTML. So we are also gonna create this image gallery. So let's do it. First of all, I'm going to take these images from this folder, and then I'm just going to copy it from here and then make a new folder, name it as image CSS gallery, and then I open it, then I paste these all images here, and also change its name to 6.jpg. Yeah, now I'm gonna open this folder in in Visual Studio Code Editor. So as you can see, it's a code editor. It's very nice code editor that here we can edit our code very easily. So first of all, I'm going to make a file name as index.html, and then I'm going to make another file, name it as style.css. Then I'm going to make a simple boilerplate here, and then I'm just going to link my CSS file here, and then I'm just going to remove this to CSS gallery. That is looks like this. Now this is our basic boilerplate is complete. Now I want to what else I want? Now I want to set a structure for my website. First of all, I'm going to copy this file path here from here, and then I'm going to open it in Google Chrome. I'm gonna just remove it from here, just paste it here. Okay, so it actually looks like this, CSS Gallery. This is the title of our web page. Now I'm just removing from it here. Now here I'm going to make a class of wrapper. You can name it as whatever you want. Then I'm going to set a class here, and then you can say image container, or if you don't use this, first of all I'm gonna just do simple one, and then just change its names 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I have just 6 images. Once you refresh it, now you can see there is very large images that is appearing, and I don't want it looks like this. How can I fix this? Yeah, I can fix it with CSS property. So I'm going here. First of all, I'm gonna again resize my document by just putting margin 0 and padding 0 and box sizing to border box, and font family set it to something looks like this. Now next thing I can do is I'm going to set a transition property here, so it will change it in smoother effect. Everything that is hovering or whatever we are doing will apply these features on it, so the transition make its hover effect more smoother. Then I'm going to target the wrapper images that is coming inside the wrapper container, and then I'm going to just put a width here of 300 pixels, and once you refresh your page and wait a little bit, now you can see these pictures are coming in this way. Now I am gonna change it here, something like margin to 5 pixel, and then I'm selecting this wrapper here and set its width to 80% maybe, and display it, not display here, and margin, set a margin from top and bottom to 0 and left and right to auto, so it will center itself. And I'm waiting for its response because these images are very heavy, so that's why it's taking too much time. I am doing it this way, but it is not a good way of doing so, because we don't put any text here. We can't put any text here because here we have to use positions. So how can we fix this? We can fix this, it's very simple, but we have to change our markup first. So first of all, I'm gonna delete everything from here till here, and then I'm going to name it correctly, like image container, so it will remind me that it is the container for the image. And then I'm going to put the image here, and this is my first image, and then I'm going to set a span tag here, and then you can say some text here, and name it and give it a class here of centered, because I want it to center, so I'm giving it a class of centered, so it will remind me to make it centered. Okay, now I'm just gonna copy it from here 1 2 3 4 5 6 times, because I have 6 images, and I'm just gonna do it in this way: 4 5 6. Once you refresh your web page, you can see it looks like something like this, and wow, it looks like this. Okay, now I'm going to fix it in just seconds. Another thing that I want to make as that I want to make a div here again with a class, and first FST for first 3 divs. Okay, and just wrap this 1 2 3 divs here till here. So actually what is happening, that this div, and these 3 image container are coming in this first 3 container, and then I'm again going to target last 3, and then I'm just going to put 1 2 3, maybe this is correct. So let me move it to like looks like this, so it will make me look simpler. Okay, it's good, it's correct. Now what can I do? I'm just coming here inside the wrapper tag. I'm going to make a display here to flex. Okay, so it's very important because here we are also using a flex property. Now once you refresh your page and wait for some time, so as you can see it looks like something, but I don't want it in this way. I want to make it in column, so I'm just going to flex direction, set to column, and again refresh my web page. And again it is taking too much time, but don't worry, we will fix it. Okay, the next thing that we can do is we can target the FST 3 container that have 3 divs, and then the dot, I think the dot las, not, maybe it is small, so let me check it first. This is first 3, this is last 3. Okay, you can see I put a comma here that is used when we want to select multiple different selectors and apply the same properties to both of those, or how many or you can actually put there a lot of, like, not this, control C, control V, control V. You can put as many as you want. So I'm just want here 2, and I want to set it to display to flex, and once I refresh it, now you can see it looks something like this, and now it is actually we are very clearly, we are very near to our goal. And you can see we put a display flex here, it will make the flex wrapper to flex, and then I put the last 3 and first 3 to flex, so it is putting in this way. Okay, what is next? Okay, next is how can I fix this problem? Actually I want to center this text here, so how can I do this? Actually it's very simple. First of all, I have to target my image container, so it is my image container. I'm gonna copy it from here and paste it here, and then I'm going to make a position here to, not padding, I want to set a position here to relative, and then I have a centered class maybe for centering the text. And then what can I do with this class? First of all, I'm going to put a position here to rel absolute, solute, and then what can I do? Yeah, actually it's a little bit confusing for now, for me also. So I'm going to just put positions here, top 50% and left also 50%, and then transform here, not text, transform, then translate minus 50% comma minus 50%. Now it will align it to center. I wish it will align it to center. Now as you can see, it is aligning it to center. Wow, that's great. Okay, the next thing is that I can do, I want to put a background here, but once I put a background color, or if I want to put a background color like this and refresh it, you can see this background is just looks like this. I want to cover the whole image, so how can I do this? It's very simple. Just put the width to 100% and then a height also to 300 pixel. So actually it's 300 pixel. Why its height is 300 pixel? Because I guessed it with this property that is coming, that is, we put a width of 300 pixel, so its height is automatically adjust with 300 pixel. And now once I refresh it, so you can see it is covering, the white color is covering all the divs, and if you change its opacity, so you can see it clearly what is happening. So I'm going to change its opacity here, and once you refresh it, now you can see it clearly that what is happening. So you can see that this is my simple white color that is applying on these images, that is totally applying from width 100% and height to 300 pixel. Now I can do it by putting some extra things like font weight. Font weight is important to make it bold. 900 is make it very bold, and then I'm going to set its color to black, and then text align to center, and then align height as same the height I have. So I put it 300 pixels. Once you refresh it, now it will become in center. Actually it is not coming in center. If I refresh it again, I think it should be, yeah, it is in center now, and you can see it's looking good. Okay, actually I'm going to make its opacity a little bit stronger. Yes, now I want the hover effect. Now this hover effect is very important. So first of all, I'm going to target my wrapper, then the images inside the wrapper. Once you hover on these images, no, I think so it won't work. Okay, I want this wrapper, and then the image container that is coming, and then inside the image container, once someone hovers on this image container, I don't want here wrapper, you can use if you want. So it's simple. Image container, if someone hover on the image container, my images change its border radius to 50%. Okay, once you refresh it, it looks like something this, and once you hover on it, actually it is not working. Actually it should work. Yeah, it is working. Now you can see it is working, but it is not that effect that I want. How can I fix this? I want something looks very beautiful. Okay, for this purpose we use fancy border radius. It's a website. Here we can make our fancy border radius whatever we want. So we can fix it with here, and we can make fancy border radius from here. Then just we are gonna copy it from here, and then in the front of border radius we just have to paste it. Now once you paste that there, then you have to refresh your website and wait for some time, because these images are very heavy that I just took from PEXCLS. So it's a website Pexels, you can say. I don't know what is the pronunciation of Pexels. Okay, now once I hover on it, you can see it changes, but I want to disappear this text and disappear the layer also, but once I hover it, it will display. So how can I fix this? So it's very simple. Just you have to put the opacity here and set it to 0, and if someone target your image container and hover on your image container, and then what can happen, the center tag opacity set to 1. It's as simple as it is. Okay, once I refresh my page, you can see everything is appeared very beautifully, very easily, and once you hover on this, actually it is actually loading. So okay, now once you hover it, you can see nice effect, and it is looking very good. So we created a simple, very simple, but it covers a lot of basic topics about border radius, fancy border radius, and how we can center divs, how we can position, why we use position of relative and absolute. Actually I could make a complete video there on my CSS series. You should watch those series also, so you can understand what I'm saying, because I don't want to cover flexbox and these things in every video. Actually I created a complete video on flexbox in my CSS series, so you should watch that series also. So you can see there we created a simple, very great way of doing so. This is very simple, but very luckily it's looking very good. I love it. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and hope you will be looking for more tutorials, and thanks for watching, and inshallah I will make more tutorials on CSS, and then after completion of CSS we will be jump on JavaScript and learn the JavaScript and do work on dynamic websites. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial and love you guys. See you here again. So do subscribe to my channel and Allah Hafiz.